Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block, and as we all witnessed, Liverpool was defeated by Manchester United 3-2 at Old Trafford in a game in which Liverpool was frankly dominated from the opening whistle. But this was truly a game of two halves, as my friend Greg said. In the first half, Liverpool was completely lethargic, played with zero urgency, and chance creation was non-existent. But before I move on, I just want to talk about Fernando Torres for a little bit. Yes, Fernando had little to no supply for the entire game, but there's a difference between being out of fitness, out of pace, and getting no supply and simply not trying, which is frankly exemplified by the Berbatov header. It was off a corner, and Berbatov didn't even have to move when he headed the ball. Just awful defending by Torres, and honestly, set piece defending, 90% of that is effort, and the other 10% is actually execution. Torres did not only did he not execute, but he showed just no effort and interest in wanting to defend that Berbatov header whatsoever. Not only that, but he was just non-existent the entire game. He kind of just walked with the center backs the whole game, which, you know, part of that has to do with the fact that he got very little supply. But to those who still use his lack of fitness and lack of supply as his main excuse for being ineffective, well, Torres, as a world-class player, needs to take it upon himself to get involved in the game. The great players, they take the ball and they carry their team, and Torres, he really needs to do that. Come back to midfield a little bit, receive the ball, hold play, I don't know, just either try or get yourself more involved. In the second half, Torres did get himself more involved. He created the penalty with a nice little cutback in the box. Torres got himself involved, and he created the free kick with some nice little movement. There was a through ball from Gerrard. John O'Shea tripped him up, which should have been a red card. I think Howard Webb felt bad that he had already awarded the penalty in the box for Liverpool, so he couldn't. Of course, he couldn't card John O'Shea. Again, Torres first half, no effort at all. Torres second half, getting himself involved, even though he's out of fitness and out of pace, and Liverpool gets 2 goals out of his movement and involvement. That said, Liverpool did absolutely nothing as far as chance creation goes, and frankly, Manchester United let Liverpool back into the game. Yes, some fine movement and some fine passing created the penalty and the free kick, but at the end of the day, Manchester United still committed those fouls and let Liverpool back into the game, as they have been with Fulham and a bunch of other teams all season long. So I want to say that Liverpool fought back and got those 2 goals, but it was really just Manchester United playing really sloppily, and I don't know, Manchester United football that let Liverpool back into the game, and that almost produced a tie for us. As far as Berbatov goes, he was just absolutely sublime. He had a hat trick. His bicycle overhead kick was just blew my mind. Great striking from Dimitar Berbatov, and he's an example of what a striker could do, what a great striker in form can do when they get supply. Berbatov had 3 chances at goal the entire game, and he capitalized on all 3. As for Liverpool, they need to cut off that service to Berbatov, and that starts in midfield and with the final third. And Liverpool just did not do that. Berbatov was just able to have his way, and crosses were able to just fly into the box like non-stop the whole game. There is somebody who I want to applaud for Liverpool this game. Paul Konchesky played absolutely stellar defense at left back. He completely shut down Nani as far as I'm concerned. This is Konchesky's 2nd great game in a row. I think he's turning out to be a really great signing for Liverpool. Nani has been on fire all season, as we know. He's just been supplying great crosses. He's been a real menace for teams. And Paul Konchesky frankly shut him down, and towards the end, Nani just couldn't stop but just bitching. All Nani did was bitch as soon as Konchesky had his way with him, and gave Nani a little shoulder. So great performance by Paul Konchesky to shut down one of the Premier League's best wingers and one of the best players that we've seen so far in this young season. But as far as the Liverpool attack went, there was just zero width. Everything was absolutely down the middle. They're just so predictable in attack and possession. Joe Cole was employed on the left wing. Milan Jovanovic was on the bench. But as we all know, Joe Cole likes to cut in. He's a midfielder. So he was kind of in the middle the entire time. There was really no width on the sides. Paul Konchesky had to come up, but he didn't really come up much in attack because he had to get back and defend against Nani. So literally, Liverpool played without a left winger the entire game. On the right wing, I still don't know what Maxi Rodriguez's purpose in life is. I don't know why he's on the pitch. I don't know what he does. He can't beat players one-on-one, so he's not a lightning quick winger. You never see him crossing the ball, so he's not a guy that's going to provide width. He's not a guy that cuts in to score goals, because he's only scored 1 goal in in many games with Liverpool since he came over for Atletico Madrid last January. So, and he's not a guy that's going to be industrious like Dirk Kuyt and try hard. He's just the guy that stands there and pretends like he's actually in the game. Glenn Johnson has to make up for all of Maxi's faults, and as we've seen, Glenn Johnson can't get beaten defense because he's too busy going forward doing a job that Maxi Rodriguez should be doing. I don't know why Ryan Babel isn't in the game. Maxi Rodriguez offers literally nothing productive to the Liverpool side. At least Ryan Babel can, make some move on defenders. He's quick, he's fast, he can create a goal and chance. He can create something out of nothing. That's the kind of ability Ryan Babel has. I know he didn't play that well in the Europa League game, but frankly, he's our best option at the right way. He can provide so much more than Maxi could possibly dream of, just ability-wise. And if Ryan Babel puts half of that ability into practice in a game, he's just way above and beyond what Maxi can ever hope to achieve. So, I never want to see Maxi in the starting 11 ever again, and we need to get this back on Twitter. Hashtag play Ryan Babel. It needs to be done. I'm starting it right now. Play Ryan Babel. So obviously the 2 goals were nice to get. Liverpool, you could make an argument that they should have had a tie, should have had a draw, maybe should have had a third depending if John O'Shea had gone off, and he should have gone off. But this was an awful performance by Liverpool in my mind. Just they were dominated from start to finish, and if you take away those 2 goals that Liverpool didn't necessarily earn because Manchester United committed fouls to let them back in the game, this was a pretty pathetic performance from Liverpool. I commend Steven Gerrard for the free kick. I forgot to touch on that. He sort of faked out Darren Fletcher, which was really nice. It appeared as if Gerrard was going to lay it off, so Fletcher moved, and Gerrard just put the ball right in the space vacated by Fletcher's little flinch. And that created the free kick goal. So great little bit of cleverness by Gerrard there. But if we keep on defending just all across the board, Liverpool can't keep playing like this. They're out of sync, they're lethargic, and they play with not much energy or creation. So this will be a long year for Liverpool. Hopefully we will improve, and I'm always optimistic that we will improve because this is Liverpool Football Club. That's all for today with JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block. Follow me on Twitter at JBlock49. I always tweet during the games, and have a nice weekend, guys.